Hey everybody, Tony D with another Hollywood hot take, and this one on Howard Stern. Yes, Howard, the king of all media. I'm a big fan. Haven't listened to the show in years because now it's on Sirius, and I don't get Sirius radio in my car. I don't want to pay for it. I'm too cheap, and so sometimes I hear clips and stuff. So the latest thing is Howard's apologizing for something he did on his, I guess it was his New Year's Eve special in 1993, where he did blackface. He was making fun of Ted Danson, who had done blackface at a roast, and he had used language. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg for Howard. Let's be honest. That might be the raciest thing or most racist thing he ever did, but I'm pretty sure there's like at least 10 or 100 other things you could pull out of Howard's past and say, oh my God. And if you add Jackie in there, I mean, forget it. So I don't think Howard's going to get much mileage in this kind of apology. And it's only sort of kind of an apology, which is good. He's not really apologizing, but he's kind of just saying, well, I've evolved since then. And that he sort of is annoyed at himself, but, he doesn't, he now looks at it as cringe because it was from 27 years ago. That's a kind of a smarter way to play it, I think, but ultimately the woke mob won't give you an inch. This is now the wedge they will use to go after you for other things. And they won't stop at just this thing. These are the very same people that used to go after Howard back in the day. Only back in the day, they were on the religious right. They were just Karens in the audience who listened to Howard and hated him for saying vulgar and outrageous things. They won't stop, Howard. Don't apologize to these people. Just ignore them because they'll go away. Never feed the trolls, and that's exactly what these people are. They are trolls, and they will continue to troll you until you submit to their will. And no amount of support for BLM or anything will stop them. They won't stop. And quite frankly, look, that was a pretty racy sketch, but I get it. I mean, it wasn't about hurting black people. You were making fun of the hypocrisy of Ted Danson doing something like that in Hollywood and how crazy that was for him to do that to his, I guess it was his girlfriend at the time, Whoopi Goldberg. And you guys, man, you talked about everything in the world on your show over the years. Everything. So I don't think you need to apologize for anything because your show was always about truth. It was about exploration. You were always exploring things. You, Robin, Fred, Jackie to some extent, and all the people who had been involved with the show. You were exploring stuff and really drilling down. And I really enjoyed the show. That it got racy and edgy, that was part of the fun. You never knew what was going to happen. I think this whole thing, well, I've been to psychotherapy now, and now, I can't be that guy 24/7. Okay. Sure, I guess, dude, if you're miserable, just retire. You got hundreds of millions of dollars. Just retire and be happy. Go on a beach, maybe do a podcast once in a while. Just do it for fun. I mean, that would be cool. And, you got so much money, you'll never spend it. You can't live long enough to spend your money. What's even the point of staying on the radio at this point? If I had your money, I'd just retire. And if I really miss doing a radio show, I'd just do a podcast for fun. I wouldn't even charge people money. Just do it like an hour a day or whenever I felt like it, like I do my videos here. I'm not making any money on these yet. Really just using them to advertise my books. Like Wokeness, a novel. That's available at Amazon.com. Ebook, trade paperback, Kindle Unlimited is free. And of course, The Pineys, books 1, 2, 3, and 4. All available. Horror and comedy for The Pineys, all available at Amazon. Audiobook, I'm working on the audiobook again for Wokeness, by the way. So you could just, write your book, relax. Dude, you're 66 years old. You're still in good shape. You still could, enjoy your money for the next 20 some odd years. Why do you even need this aggravation at this point? Why are you even doing this? Is it even that important? Yeah, I mean, you used to laugh at guys who would make fun of you. Now you kind of treating them seriously? Who cares? Who cares what these woke tards think? No one cares. No one cares about them or Twitter. They're just all caught up in a moral panic, like they had a moral panic about you, about saying stuff on the radio. Ooh, remember? Remember how dangerous they thought you were? Remember how dangerous they thought hip-hop was and all the other things they thought were dangerous over the years? You came through all that, and you knew it was BS. This is just BS. And I think you should ignore it. But, you already went on and you kind of, sort of apologized. I'm telling you, they see that as a sign of weakness. And once they sense blood in the water, the sharks will come.